Welcome back to another special edition of the NHL Playoff of 2021. This is your coach, Coach Frenchy, directly from the booth. Today, it's a Saturday. You said, what's going on, guys? Yeah, I know. Usually it's a Monday to Friday, but because the NHL started the playoff this weekend, we thought to do a special edition Saturday and Sunday. So we talk about the playoff. We talk about everything's going on, the end of the season. And by the way, the first game of the playoff start tonight, 7:15, between the Boston Bruins and the Washington Capitals. I have a lot information about that series for you guys this morning. And of course, I mentioned the last couple of days, I'm going to show to you my bracket NHL 2021. So I can't wait to show to you and see what you think about my bracket. So let's move on the puck to the left side. And also, I want to invite you to join our league. You still have the time until 7 o'clock tonight to join the bracket challenge nhl.com/league/970. Or you can looking also for Hockey Nation Live Show. That's where you're going to find us and join. We have a couple of people already in, and we're looking for more people. The snow was on this morning a little bit earlier, but it's already 84 in South Florida. That's where I am right now. So that's what happening this Saturday. Hopefully, you're all ready for the great Saturday hockey. And, for me, and I don't know if you agree with me, but this is the best time of the year as a hockey fans, because you have nothing better the first round in any years in NHL. 16 team looking to win the Stanley Cup, and the hockey's changing completely because the physicality of the game. This is a really, really long run of 2 months where the players sacrifice, make an effort, working harder. It's grinder. It's really, you need grits, and it's really a game of mindset. More the playoff is getting to the end. So it'll be really interesting. So today we're going to talk about of course, the first series tonight, but we're going to talk about your team. Tell me about also what is your bracket. Who's going to win the Stanley Cup? Who do you have, or your Connie Smythe, the MVP playoff series? So we have a lot of subjects this morning. I know it's not like I don't expect a ton of people this morning here, but at the end of the day, it's not about how many, it's about the quality of people and your action to react. So first of all, I need to start that way because I really believe this journey of the Hockey Nation Live Show start last year when the bubble hockey start, when the NHL started to do the bubble, one in Toronto, one in Edmonton. And then we start to make that show slowly. Michael Rosenblatt, welcome aboard. And we start that show very, very slowly, create show in the morning, never have live stream, everything like that. And then we did not take a break, but we know the off season, the 2 months without hockey, October, November, December, and they have to be back in the January 13, I believe, or 11. And we decide after that to create a little bit more content, videos, and for me to go full time as a creator of a YouTuber. And I put all my energy here. But I do not know what this channel is going to, which direction and how many. Everything like that. It's a journey. It's a marathon. Some days you a little bit worry about or discouraged because the viewer are not there or you don't get a lot of video. Everything like that. But my point this morning is to mention to you is each one of you make that channel better and better and growing slowly. So I want to share a couple of milestones we did the last 2 days about us. And this is not about me. It's because each one of you. Welcome, Jermo. Hopefully you have a great day in Finland. But I want to share a couple of things. First of all, we reached the 100 subscriber 2 days ago. I thought when we start, we was stuck at 18 I think one of you guys said I was number 23. I think it was Tim the Gator. He said to me, and since that we almost hit 100 subscribers since he subscribed the first time. But not only we hit the 120, but since this channel start, like almost like 6-7 months ago, we create 600 video on this channel. So that's a lot. I'll be honest with you. Whatever is a short video, whatever is a longer video, that's whatever. Just give you an idea the hours we put on graphics, everything like that. And finally, this was amazing when we saw that yesterday. But we hit the 10,000 viewers milestone Hockey Nation Live show. But you're going to say, oh, Coach, you want to prove something. I don't want to prove something. I'm really humble. This number, those numbers you see, it's because of each one of you. Nothing because of me. It's each one of you make this possible. So my point to you, I just want to say thank you so much. I'm grateful for each one of you. You support the channel and keep marketing this channel. Keep sharing with your people. You never know. Some people sometimes looking for something like that, and they are hockey fans, maybe hockey Montreal fans, Panthers fans. Jamo is from Finland. Michael Rosenblatt is only 13, 15, and he's a part of this channel like we every single day. You know what I mean? And Tim the Gator has always been there with NHL since the beginning of these shows. So I just want to say to you, thank you so much, and how grateful I am. So you deserve this morning. I'm not going to make a standing ovation for you, but I'm going to send to you this. Thank you, because we grade that milestone, and I can wait what's coming the next. And sometime in life, you have to be patient with perseverance, and that's pay off at some point. So if you love the journey, if you love the process, you enjoy it. And I'm excited every morning I wake up to think about each one of you talking about hockey. That's my passion. And to have you guys showing up every day, I just want to say thank you so much. So listen, I know I talk a lot right now. I'm already talked 6-7 minutes, but I want to share what my thought was this morning when I see all those milestones. So I want to share with you. So we have a big program today. First of all, we have a couple of news around the league happening yesterday. Then secondly, I'm going to talk about the big series between the Washington Capitals and the Boston Bruins. And then I'm going to show you a couple of things what I do, how I do some search, and how I go deeper on analytic data, stats, and NHL by people create this on Twitter and everything like that, and where I get my knowledge about a little bit about hockey. So welcome, Alexis Dubuc. Bienvenue au show. I just want to share with you a couple of news. Just started before we start. Let's talking about that one over there. Chicago Blackhawks signed a goaltender Arvid Soderblom, 2 years contract at 883 entry-level contract. It's a start only in 22-23, so he's going to get a 883,750K on the AAV. I think that team, the Chicago Blackhawks, need a solid goaltender and their club farm, and I think that's a great signature for them. So I can wait to see Soderblom coming here in 2 years and see what he can do. Can you stream the Canucks game and the Oilers game this afternoon? No, because I'm doing the game at 7:15. Not many people, it's a game right now. It's fun you talk about this because nobody talk about this game specifically. The people right now, it's all about the playoff. The ice is on the playoff tonight. And unfortunately, I have a live show right now, tonight, and I have to create 2 other videos. I want something mentioned to you. The New York Rangers hire Mike Craig as advisor to hockey operation for New York Rangers. So he's going to work with the new manager, Chris Drury. Gray have a great year in NHL also, so it'll be interesting to see him with that part. And again, it's another black man part of this hockey operation, and I just with everything's going on around the world, to see him to get there, that'd be great. Yep, exactly, Alexi. Congratulations to Austin Matthews. This is the second trophy was reward this week. We know already Marc-Andre Fleury and Robin Leonard win the William Jennings Trophy. And now the Rocket Richards, the one have the most goal during the season. And this trophy this year go to Austin Matthews with 41 goals. Toronto lost yesterday against the Winnipeg Jets. And but congratulations for him to reach that milestone. Then the next one we want to talk about, I don't want to jump this right now. But it's... this is a schedule. This is in French, but if ever you want this, I think this is a great to see this. It was made by one of my friends in Montreal. I know it's French, but still, that gave me an idea to follow the calendar all my week until May 31st. What I need to do, what I have to do every day, produce, preview game, everything like that. So we're going to be live show every single day, every day, at 11 o'clock in the morning. 7 days per week until to the end of the winner of the Stanley Cup. That's my mission. So you can put this on your calendar. Tell everybody, your husband, your wife, or your kids, or your friends, member of your family said, hey, I need to be with Coach Frenchy at 11 o'clock this morning, every day. Just kidding. But I just want to mention that's what my... I want to do that, and then every day we're going to have a game live stream. We're going to follow, of course, first the Montreal Canadiens, second the Florida Panthers, and then after that we're going to shifting. So sometimes we go to talk about pre-game, game, post-game, and jumping to the late game at 10 o'clock. Example like Vegas, Minnesota, everything like that. So I'm committed to do it, and I want to share with you. And I want to grow this. My goal is to 150 subscribers at the end of the playoff 2021. So we'll see what happens there. This morning is an open discussion. Any question you want to talk about hockey? But I said to you at the beginning of the show and yesterday, I'm going to show my bracket. So before we show to the bracket, my bracket, we're going to jump again by series. Who did you pick? Which one did you pick? So between, I'm going to be fire him up right now. I go straight to the series. I give you about 1 minute to reply to me. And then after that, at the end of that process, I'm going to show my bracket. So Toronto, Montreal, who you think is going to win that series? Put this on the comments. That would be great. That would be awesome. If you don't mind, I know NHL is around, Jarmo is around, Michael Rosenblatt is around, Alexis is around, Tim the Rock, but I like to call you Tim the Rocket. So if you want to mention who do you think is going to win, that'd be great. That's not a problem. Then I would, like I said, I would go to show to you. Toronto in 6, Jarmo, that's great. I think it's a good call. Montreal in 5 for Alexis. That's a little bit not. I'll be shocked. I'll be happy. Go Leafs, go. Raf. Welcome aboard, buddy. Welcome. I think it's the first time you're showing up. Hopefully you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'm glad to having you here this morning. Toronto in 5 for Gator Tim the Rock. Anybody else? We have about 10 more seconds. I don't know any shares around, and Michael Rosenblatt. But I think, for the Leafs, the pressure they're going to get. My question to you for the Leafs, I always said to you for, the statement I have is really, can the power play get it cracked back up? They are the worst team right now in the playoff. It's funny you say that way. And they are the worst team, and the 16th team make the playoff. They have the worst power play. And with the offensive, it's really amazing me to see that about that one over there. So that's why we move on. The next one, Edmonton, Winnipeg. Winnipeg won the last game. They won the last 3 of the last 12 games. If you have any anything you want to talk about this? Who do you believe is going to win um, that series, and how many games they're going to get? If you don't mind, I'll be back to you. I would answer to you in a few minutes, Alexi. Give me about 5, 6, 10 minutes. Edmonton in 6. Edmonton in 4, Alexi. Jamo, Edmonton in 6. Edmonton in 4 for 10 Rock. Do you believe my question for me would be Mike Smith on one side and my absolutely right, Raf. I believe for me, for Edmonton and Winnipeg, my question would be Nikolai Heller. Can he be back in the lineup to helping the Winnipeg because they struggle a lot without him? And who is after Leon Dressel and McDavid? Who do you believe is going to be an X factor? That's funny. Who is Mason McDavid? Is the guy play for the Peterborough Petes and OHL. Did that this year play? He want to play a CL, was a CHL in Europe. That's what Mason McDavid is from Canada. That's the only thing I can tell you right now. All right, let's jump in on the West Division, Colorado and St. Louis. Colorado, St. Louis. I will ask you the X factor. Who was who can score for Edmonton behind McDavid and Dressel? That was my question. Then the second thing, Colorado, St. Louis, what your final winner of that series and how many games? Colorado, Alexi, how many games? And 4. That's pretty much Colorado in 5, and my pick for Conn Smythe is Mika Rantanen. Not a bad pick, to be honest with you. Tim, you gave 2 games to St. Louis Blues. Can St. Louis Blues make a difference? Can Bennington be back? Colorado have a lot of good team there. Vegas, Minnesota. Minnesota win the series this year against Vegas. I think it's 5-1. Vegas, Minnesota. I say for Edmonton, the X factor is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Really good pick for you. It's a great, I agree with you, could be the one here. I can expect more for Yamamoto, and Pulju Javi could be someone can make it fun too for them. Vegas and 5, Vegas and 6. Wow. Wow. All right. I get that. Anybody else? Ralph? NHL? Michael Razumba? All right, let's move on. Pittsburgh and New York Islanders. Sorry, he's behind my the messenger, but you can see this anyway. You can see that. Minnesota and 4. All right. Pittsburgh and 7, Jarmo. Tim, Pittsburgh and 5. Can Islanders score more goal? Can Pittsburgh, after it will be their 3rd time, can they go through the second round? The last 2 years they stopped at 2 after they won the Stanley Cup a couple of years ago. And one time, the last 2 times they won the Stanley and the series, they lost the first round. New York Islanders and 6. So we have Pittsburgh and Islanders. Just jump in. The next one starts tonight. Washington, Boston. Who do you think is going to win that series between Chara versus Bergeron? Boston in 6, Boston in 4. Who do you think is going to be the goaltender for Washington? Boston in 6. All Boston. Next one, Carolina Vanecek. Carolina versus Washington, Nashville. By the way, Nashville played for 7:32, the last quarter of the NHL. 7:32, amazing. That's the reason they make the playoff. Getter Rocks at Nashville in 6. Carolina in 5. Carolina in 6. A little bit sharing, a little bit split here. Nashville in 6. I'll be honest with you, Tim. That'll be a shocker. And remember, every year you have one or two teams kick out the favorite team, right? The teams you expect to win, and they kick out them. So it'll be interesting. And finally, the last one, I'm pretty sure everybody knows, Florida versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. Who do you believe is going to win that series as the last one? Tim, I think I'm sure, and fire, yeah. I'm not laughing against you. I'm just like, I remember because I was like 5. I jumped when I saw that. Florida in 6. A lot of people want. I check a lot of things the last 24 hours. A lot of people really into Florida Panthers. They really believe they really believe Tampa and 4. They really believe they're going to go all the way to the end. I'm just surprised to see all those stuff like that. All right, so I was very quiet for the last couple of days and listening you guys and bring this back and forth and everything. I study a lot around this. It was the first in odds, yeah, 56.3%, I believe. And then I decided, okay, I will go with maybe a surprise. But then at the end of the day, when I did my bracket, at the end, I said I have to go with the logic of what I think it should works. And last year I was wrong, but I was right. So I selected the Tampa Bay Lightning to win the Stanley Cup last year. I coach, well, yeah. What's the proof? I need to check. I will send you the picture if you want to see it. But I was completely wrong about Dallas Star. Last year, I got kicked out. Colorado at the second round, I believe. When Dallas kicked out Colorado. I have another team at the first round, and I think it was Vegas who got kicked out at the beginning on the west side. It was really good, and they got out at the first round. That hurt my bracket because I bring them all the way to the third round, and I could not do anything after that. So that was my bracket last year. But I have a good run in 2020 because I select the Stanley Cup, I select the MLB, I select the winner of the Kentucky, and I select the winner of the basketball college March Madness. I have no clue about this. I have 4 wins last year. No problem, Alexei. So it was funny to see that. All right, let's move on. What I think is everybody wants to see this, and we can talk about this, what you are, and why I pick it up this, everything like that. So this is my bracket. I'm going to be behind that part over there. You can see Toronto versus Montreal. I took Toronto in 6. Edmonton versus Winnipeg. Edmonton in 6. On the right side, Pittsburgh Islanders. This was a little bit hard. I put Pittsburgh in 6. I believe Crosby is going to step up. Jeff Carter is going to be there, and Jerry is going to be ready for this year. This one, Washington, Boston, guys, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I may be changed before 7 o'clock tonight. Coach, you cannot do that. What I heard a couple of minutes ago, Kusanov is out for tonight and Samsonov. So I believe he's going to hurt Washington. When you check the lineup I was sharing to you a little bit later, you're going to see, geez, they're not strong enough. So Boston, but I put right now Washington, to be honest with you, and 7. On the bottom, on the left side, Colorado versus St. Louis, I put Colorado and 5. I don't see St. Louis step up this year. I just feel Colorado is so strong. Vegas in 7, but I would not be surprised if Minnesota win that one. But Minnesota have a better run. They have the number of Vegas. But I just feel Vegas is a little bit stronger. But this will be Vegas have a really difficult schedule playoff. Again, Minnesota, then have to jump again Colorado. On the right side, Carolina, Nashville. Carolina and 5. I just feel Carolina is so strong on anywhere. I know Zaras. I know Nashville play well. But I just feel like Carolina is a little bit superior for me. Tampa Bay, again, Florida. Listen, I'm a big heart of Panthers, my heart, and they win. Listen, I will be cheer for them all the time. Whatever I put Tampa Bay in 7, it could swing this game left and right. I stood a little bit longer. I just feel like the offensive of Tampa Bay versus the defensive of Florida versus the defensive Tampa Bay a little bit superior. Now on the semifinal, Toronto versus Edmonton, I pick up Toronto. This will be like, it was so much hard. I hate Toronto. But I go with the logic on my head right now. I'm not looking about that's friend, no sense. And then I pick up Pittsburgh, Washington. I go with Pittsburgh on that one. That's surprise. Then I go Carolina, Tampa Bay. I go with Carolina. And then Colorado, Vegas. I go with Colorado. So that was my first, round 1, round 2, all the way to the round 3. Jamo, that was on. Have some question at the end. I like that and Gwender. I compared it to Marner. And you, game number 7 will end in Florida. Jarmo and maybe Tim, one thing we never thought about this is, and I make a post today on Facebook and Twitter, the stadium is open up. Nashville can open up 14,000 people there. Tampa Bay, I think, is 7,000. Florida is 8,000 or 9,000. A lot of stadium right now picking up people inside. So there's going to be an influence at some point. Game 5, 6, 7. The cheer in the crowd, everything like that, I think the player will love it. And I think it could be an effect, a small effect about that one over there, for sure. The next thing is, of course, you need to see what's going on at the end. You cannot to hanging out, coach, and don't tell me who's going to win. And you go. So we are now Carolina against Pittsburgh, and then we have Toronto versus Colorado. And they cross over. So I don't know if you know that, but it's go by save percentage, everything like that. So Pittsburgh is less. So Colorado play against Pittsburgh. I pick up Colorado. And then Carolina against Toronto, I get Carolina. Then in final, Colorado against Carolina. I select this year for the playoff NHL 2021, the Colorado Avalanche. And I select 38 goal. And this is my final. Whatever I put Boston win Washington, I put it out after that. So it's not going to change a lot my bracket. But this is my final bracket of playoff 2021. So you see my result you see my bracket there. You can take about a few minutes talking about what you think. What you have against my bracket? Give me some point. Let's talking about my bracket versus your bracket. And I know you guys, you cannot put your bracket there, but maybe mention what your top four, the final four of your teams, and also the semifinals, and then finally the final cup, Stanley Cup, and then finally the winner of the Stanley Cup. And if you want to sharing, that would be great. If you don't mind, that'd be awesome. Again, we just want to sharing this part together. Yeah, no, each one of you can beat me very easy. I'm not going, you know what I mean? It's just like sharing what we love to do. So that's what the purpose of this show this morning. And then I'm going to talk a little bit more about what's going on around the league. Also, I'm going to go diving between the playoff series between Boston and Washington. I don't know yet. He's good, but to compare him, comparison for me is really hard because I think compare is not. Too many factors at that young age. One, you draft Kokanemi and you compare the players, and Kokanemi don't get result every time. That it's very hard to compare to the players. The expectations of this. Jamo pick up Colorado to win the Stanley Cup. Jamo pick up Colorado versus Boston. Carolina versus Toronto. Carolina wins. So your East Division is Boston. And we are proud 3 of the 4 teams together. And we have the same winner of this. I put only 31 goals in the quarterfinals. How many games did they play? When you put 31 goals, Jamo, did you select and 5 and 6 and 4 or and 7? Did you make that and consideration? Gwandor is not many. I think it would be the top 8 for me. Zach Dean. The kid would get his 4 ring this year is my pick to win. The kid will get his 4 ring. So it's a team win 4 time. Pittsburgh. Thank you so much, Riff. Please join us. We have live stream tonight, 7:15. Enjoy your golf. And we are live every game, and I look forward to see you, buddy. Thanks again to stop by. It's all because some game might end like 2-1. 31 is low top. Yeah, I go with 38. The way you think, because it's the 2 great team with lower game average against, I thought about this, but I started thinking, okay, this series is going to be in 6. And I started thinking about 6 goals per game is 3-2, 4-2, 3-1. And I said, okay, let's go to 6 games multiplied by 6 is 36. And maybe have an empty net to 3. So I go at 38. I was between 34 to 38, to be honest with you. I think if you target that one, 31 could be, again, 31 would be great if you go in 5 games for me. But 6, 7 games, that's the reason I put this 38. Oh, Mr. Rock, go with the Pens. So you're thinking the Pens, do you put the Panthers all the way to the out of the division, Tim? I think it's more logic. And again, I don't want to influence you, to be honest with you. It's not my purpose of me. But by the way, Alex, Mason McDavish is number 7 on the draft pick, the board on the NHL. I just want to share with you about that. He played in the SL last year, EHC Olden. That's how they call it. It would be interesting to see that, how he's going to act. But, you know, um, now you talk about Zach Dean, right? Sorry, I was looking. Panthers lose in second round against Carolina. Yeah, absolutely right, Jermo. That would be this fun. And Dean, that's another good player too. You know him it's just 2021 so hard. They have no net domination like last year. You have Quinn or Rosie, and those name was there. And then your goaltender for Nashville got picked, and then you go down after that. You had Lundell, Raymond, Tristel, and it's like, geez, it was so much. All right, Alexei, have a great lunch. Enjoy your lunch. I will see you tonight, 7:15, buddy. Have an amazing, great Saturday afternoon, buddy. Appreciate a lot to stop by this morning. Always great to having you to ask questions. Everything on that. So that's what happened there. But I want to show to you a little bit more, guys. The series Boston, if you don't mind, you should talk to me about that part over there. Sander Prisma, welcome aboard, buddy. I think your first time. Hopefully, you're a subscriber of the YouTube channel. And tell us a little bit more where you're coming from. Where are you from? That'd be great. It's never confirmed because the situation with the schedule is earlier, everything like that. I can tell you it will be at the end of the middle of July, the last game of the finals. But I really believe, I thought it was a bit the second or third weeks in June, they start the finals. So I'll be thinking about that. Tim and Jarmo, I know you're here. I'm in the U.S. Which state are you with? What's your favorite team? That'd be great. I want to show you, Tim, this part. And I'm really, all the kind of stuff like that. I'm really into it about the Corsi and the goal and the power play and everything like that. Wisconsin, that's awesome. What's your favorite team? I'm really about the GSVA also, and I'm really about that. And that give you a great stat right there to give you an idea how this works. And the last 20 games, the season, and the team is doing well. Team struggle a little bit, and you can see the Tampa struggle the last 20 games versus the Panthers. You can see the number are a little bit lower in NHL. Favorite players. On the flip side, you can see David Savard have a difficult time with the Tampa Bay since the trade. You can see it's -0.1 and the GSVA. That's completely shocked me to see him that way over there. He's the only one for Tampa with color red, and then for the Tampa Bay, for the Florida, Racco Kudas is a bit struggle over there. Ashera, he struggled on the GSVA. On the defensive side, you can see, the PK was a little bit hard for Florida. The PK goal is a little bit medium. Tampa Bay struggled a lot with the PK and the PK goal again. So I'll just give you an idea a little bit how this works. If you have any question, you guys, you want to know, let me know. But this those G, the X factor, the XGA or the XGF for me is really important. I like to do those stuff like that about that one over there. I just want to remind you, live stream tonight, the Washington Capitals versus the Boston Bruins. Want to take that, but let's jump in about the Boston Bruins a little bit more, if you don't mind. And I will show to you a couple of things, what I do, everything like that. If Bennett can keep 7 off of this game, Cat will win hands down. For me, is to see how Kucherov can come back at that game quickly and faster where he was. That's what I'm curious to know at the beginning of that series, at the first game, how he's going to play that way over there. So that'll be interesting to see that for sure. I don't know. What is this? That's the East Division. Yeah, that's just something I pick it up. Here's the series between both. Boston Bruins is 4-2-2. Washington 4-4-0. The goal 26-24. Boston shot 30-30 for Boston. Shot in, shot against. And Washington also. The power play is 12.5, the Bruins, and 70.0, the PK against Washington. And look at Washington, 30.0, 87.5. The special team is better to the Boston Bruins this year. And you would be surprised to see the special team overall. I'm going to show to you the next couple of minutes. The tell to date, Washington versus Boston Bruins. You can see. The record this was before the end of the last game between both. And you see Backstrom was the leader scorer against Marchand for the Boston Bruins. You have 13 points, Marchand against Washington, the first 7 games. That's crazy for me. Jamo and Boston, I trust the offense and goalie, but the small question. That's where, for me, they're struggling for that. Can you check Dean, what's his report? Yeah, I can give you that in a few seconds. Washington, I don't trust the goaltending. But the problem right now is Samsonov is out. Vanecek have a very bad series against them. Check about this. Vanecek is 21-10-4, 269.908. I'll give you more number about him in a few minutes. But that give you an idea here, all the number. The leader for Boston again this year, Marchand, 69 points. Amazing, great year for Brent Marchand. I'm shocked to see him. He's almost scored 30 goals. Bergeron is 48 and 54. Backstrom is 48 and 48. Backstrom, 53 and 55. Carlson, 44 and 52. Oshie, 43 and 53. The goal, Washington scored more goals. They are number 5. Boston is only 14 in NHL this year. But the goal again, 4 versus 17. So you can see one team score, the other team give a lot of goal. So you have to be careful. But check the special team for Washington. I was shocked. I know the power play was good, but the PK is number 5 in the NHL at 84. And Boston is 86. But Boston did not great on the special team against Washington this year. So it'll be interesting to see that. The goaltending right there, you can see the stat this year. The wildcat for me is Ovechkin, 24 goals, Manta, Wilson. Now Kuznetsov is out. So they're going to missing a big center over there. And they need the support at the bottom there. Lost Eller have to have a better year, a better grade. Krejci, 44 points. Smith, 18 goals. Ritchie here missing, not Krejci, but Ritchie is an E right there. It's 15 goals. Taylor out at 14 points the first 16 games with the Boston Bruins. Look the stat of Rask, 228, 913. The trade at the deadline, all Washington pick up Manta. The shot on net, Boston is third in the league. Washington 18. Block shot 26 Boston, Washington 21. The hit, both physically pretty good. Boston 5 in the league, and Washington is 11 in the league. So that gives you an idea a little bit more about the stat about that one over there. Boston got Howell and Washington, so they save even, I guess. I agree with you. I think Howell have a better projection so far. Manto have only 8 points, 4 goals, 4 assists, and 14 game, 12 game, I believe. Can have see Washington came Vanecek, never very good. I could be wrong, of course. I'm shocked about his performance this year, to be honest with you. Here's the probability that what we are heard. So this year, the probability of that series right now, Boston 64.2. If this series is a 4 game, they win 11%. If the games go in 5 games, 17%. 6 game, 21% for Boston, and 7 games pretty even. So if the series go in 7 game, possible both teams can win. So Boston right now, if you pick Boston, I pick Washington. I can change before 7. You win. Yeah, I agree with you. Zach Dean is a good player, hockey player for sure. The head-to-head, and I'm going to give you also the Boston roster. All right. So the head-to-head, you can see the Washington right now struggle and shortened right here. The power play X goal drop a lot without Ovechkin. That's what they got there the last 20 game, right? They are number 24 in NHL. They are 10 on the power play goal. That one over there. So you can see their Corsi is number 3. That's pretty good. The PK goal again is 19 for the Washington. So I just want to give you a little bit more idea about that one over there, and for the Boston, I'm sorry. And then the last 20 game, more hot. Boston 3, 2nd, and 6th in NHL. Washington is 11, 13, and 16. You can see Washington struggled more compared to Boston for sure. A couple of players here. You can see Boston. I'm a little bit worried about Warner and Corelli. You can see in the red right here. McEnroy have a great part, and Gretzky have also a great one over there about that one. So when you study those numbers, I know you guys maybe bother you with that part. I'm really about analytic data, and I don't know what you think about what I just showed to you. Is it something you like, something you don't like? Is it something we don't have to bother you with that? Just let me know. This is offense versus shooting comparison. Again, goals for third in NHL at 2.9, Washington, 2.4 for Boston. The X factor goals for Washington is 19, Boston is 18. So what's happening there? So the goals for is expected for goal with the X. Make sense? And then you have the FF at 40%. Then you have the GXX, the goal above expectation, right? Of 5 versus 5. And then and by 60 minutes, then you have a power play right there. And the unblocked shot 4. So you have all those numbers, and that give you an idea what team is advantage or disadvantage. You can see the Boston have a better star on the right. Only on power play, Washington is better. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate a lot. It's a lot of number, yeah, but you know what I mean? Like you take one graphic, right, and then you start to jumping on that part. I think that's powerful. I give you an idea about that part. Just John Fresh does a lot of good job, and I just asked him if I can pick it up. He said no problem. Before I jump on that one, I want to show that one. I think I missed this one. The defense now. Look the number of the defense for Boston. Amazing. 7, 3rd, and 3rd. That's what maybe that would be the difference. Washington, their defense is 17 right there. The AG is not too bad at 5, but the face is 17, 14 right there. So that's something I believe Boston have a better advantage. The goal save about expectation. Boston is 10. Look about Washington is 26. The PK, very strong to team. 5 and 2nd. And again, Boston have a little bit more advantage about that one. You can see advantage goal again. X factor, right? The expected goal again, right there. The unblocked shot at them again. The goal save above and the PK. So advantage Boston again, that one over there. Absolutely right about that, Jermo. You know what I mean? Like And I think Marchand, how many points he have, you know what I mean, this year, and PK. And then finally, this is a plate driving comparison. It's about the same number, it's different things. Now, the goals for percentage, the X goal for percentage, right? The shot attempts, a little bit Corsi 4, right here. Then you have the unblocked shot attempt, the Fenwick 4. This is the FF is for the Fenwick. Some people believe on Corsi, some people believe on Fenwick. If ever you want to know more about this, let me know. We can explain to you about. And then the last column is the goals for, again, the X goal attempts again. So that give you an idea. On that one, Washington a little bit better on that one. The goals for, of course, the offensive. So what three short telling us at the end of the day? Dan, welcome aboard. Dan is from Winnipeg, I believe. I would not be surprised they win in 7. I'll be honest with you. I think Boston in 6. I just show. So the number, I agree with you. The number I see in my eyes is offensive Washington versus the defensive and the Boston. That's the matchup right there. That's what's happening right there. So if you look at the number for the series, the 8 game to play again, Boston have to improve the power play against Washington. The number and the special team of the Boston this year against Washington, it's below of what they produced during the year. Special team Washington was great against Boston. Then you know your hockey. Of course you know your hockey. You're the man. You're the man, buddy. Here we go. It's for you. So that's belief for me. That's the way I think now Boston are a little bit more advantage. Now I'm concerned about the goaltending. Washington. Boston have a better goaltending. Defensive. Washington versus Boston. It's pretty even in my book. Justin Schultz have a great year. Carlson is maybe the best player on the defense. Orlov is there. I'm concerned about the Shara speed and how slow it is, how he's going to play right there. On the flip side, I think the pair number 3 and 4 a little bit better. Boston versus Washington. And then the forward with Taylor Hall and with Kuznetsov out, that's advantage right now for me, Boston. That would be really interesting to see the Rask against Washington. And that series right now, it's a little bit what I believe. It's jumping from one direction to one. But I don't see this below 6 game. I think it's going to be 7 game. 6-7 game. The Jets. If you talk about Cole Caulfield, Coach Frenchy is going to tell you this morning he's not going to start. He's going to be understand what the series start Thursday night. That's my prediction. I could be wrong, but I think Cole Caulfield will be out of the lineup for the first game. For the Jets to win, it's hard to read that team. They lost yesterday, Paul Stastny and Pierre-Luc Dubois. I don't know the gravity of their injuries. Maybe day to day, maybe they will be ready. I don't know. What kind of Jet we have now? Is it the Jet for the first 45 games? Or is it the Jet the last 14 games? I watched again yesterday. Sheffley does not play like the Sheffley is. Wheeler have a good game yesterday. Kyle Connor was a great game yesterday. But again, Toronto did not play with Marner, did not push hard yesterday. Because the lineup is full, right? Like Gallagher is back, Dano is back. That helped them, you know what I mean? That make off 2 players out. I'm missing one also. Tatar is back, Biron is back. I missed one more. Who's missing? Weber is back. Price is back. You're welcome. But again, I could be wrong. I just feel Caulfield and Kotkaniemi should be out at the first game. Keep Eric Stahl. Keep the young man Jake Evans with Lekonen and Biron. And reevaluate after the first game. If Paul Biron have a bad game, put him out. If Eric Stahl did not do well, put him out and bring back Kotkaniemi and Cole Caulfield. How long Carey Price going to be in front of the net? You have a lot of questions this year about goaltending. Look about that. Start with Toronto, Montreal. Carey Price did not play for many games. Frederik Andersen is out for many games. Edmonton, Mike Smith. Can Mike Smith continue what he is? Do you really believe Koskinen is your answer? Ali Buck struggled the last 10 games. Played the most game in the NHL as a goaltender. Colorado is all about Gruber. St. Louis, is it Bennington season or is it Bennington playoff? Because last year he was terrible. Vegas, how long you keep Fleury? Do you bring back Leonard or not? Minnesota, it's all about Talbot. Then Pittsburgh, Jerry. Really first time in the playoff as the goaltending full time. Can handle there. Varlamov, is it Varlamov at the beginning or is it Varlamov at the end of the season struggle? Washington, I don't know which one. Vanecek, Samsonov is out. Do you bring Anderson? He have the most best number again, Washington this year. Jordan Richer, using Vanecek as the best goalie in the NHL. I agree with you, buddy. Boston, all Rask. Carolina, that would be interesting. Two great goaltender over there. Which one do you use? Do you keep him all the way? I don't know. Nashville, I believe, is all about Zeras. Rene, whatever you bring him, it's over for him. Florida, how long you kept Sergei in front? Bob, how many games he's going to be with before he get out of the lineup? And finally, Tampa Bay is all about Vasilevsky. So that gives you a turnaround in the league about goaltending, and you can see that. It's not easy, to be honest with you. And that nobody have. So my point to you is this. Last year, they played 72 game average, 70 games. They take a break because of COVID. They have a 3-month break maybe, and then they come back to go to bubble, and they play games. This year, it was exhausted. It was terrible for many, many players, for many, many teams. Which team right now is really healthy to go all the way with 2 teams? If you think about that, Toronto have no injuries major other than affect Anderson. Montreal got COVID. Montreal lost 7 players, regular players. Edmonton, pretty good on the injuries. Winnipeg lost Heller at some point, Laurie at some point. That's not too bad, right? And then Colorado got COVID almost 2 times. He got injuries too, right? St. Louis, not too bad, but they lost injuries. They're defensemen. They got hurt a lot. Panico, Gravnarsson, Schwartz. You know, they lost at some point 5-6 players. Vegas, Minnesota, both them got COVID, right? Pittsburgh lost Malkin for many games. Islanders, it's on the team right now, struggle a little bit. About injuries, they lost Ender Lee. Washington, all year long, with COVID 2 times. We still have 2 players right now. Boston, got a lot of injuries over there. At some point, they lost 4D, right? And then Pasternak did not start the season. Carolina, not too bad on injuries, to be honest with you. Or the fact they lost the goaltender at the beginning of the season. Nashville, many, many injuries over there. Key injuries. Florida, not too bad overall. They lost Barkov. Remember that team, the one they lost Orvis, those 3, well, of course, Aaron Ekblad. But at some point, they lost like 4 or 5 players back-to-back. They lost Carter Verhey. Yeah, they got hurt also. And then finally, Tampa Bay, Stanko's, Kucherov, and that's right there. Two players they're missing, and Edmund is hurt right now, so it'll be interesting. Uh, do you think that will be fan in the arena in Canada next year? And 21, yes, they will. Not this year for the playoff. Canterene was out long time. Yeah, that's someone. He got concussion. He just came back about 2 weeks ago, and that line right now, he struggled the first time. He got hurt, come back, he struggled, and then now he play with them. He's doing well with AO and Snevnikov. Kids are not going to school yet in Canada. Canada, they are locked down since like February 2020. It's terrible over there. It's really bad. And I feel sad for the kids over there. I feel sad for the parents over there. It's just terrible. That's maybe the only bad news. You have to wait until Thursday to see the Montreal Canadiens. So the team in North this weekend, they are all in the couch watching other division. We just passed the 100 message today with the Restream chat. Congratulations, Hockey Nation Live Show. Thanks, everybody. We get the 100. Fan and USA is different, right? Because we welcome. I think, Tim, if Florida go in the second round, I think they can sell out the 17,000 people. I think they will jump that number from 8,000-9,000 to all the way to the end. Bonjour, Isma. Bienvenue. Fait plaisir de t'avoir. On est quasiment à la fin de l'émission, mais toujours un honneur d'avoir Isma ici. Toujours plaisir d'avoir toi quand tu te présentes. Donc, merci beaucoup. Fait plaisir. Okay. À la fin de la journée. Absolutely right. It's going to be huge. It's just here, Michael, Tim, New York, California. Ça me fait plaisir, Isma. Ça me fait vraiment plaisir de t'avoir. J'aimerais ça que tu parles plus de ton équipe. Tu as des joueurs favoris quand tu as le temps. Tim, now we can go all around with no mask and still have some state they scare. Just, I respect everybody. Mask, no mask, and, black, yellow. I respect every human being. But at some point, you have a life behind that. You know what I mean? My only problem is they don't have data. They don't show data. They don't show the numbers. That's my only problem I have. No mask. Why we have no mask now? What proves you us now? Is it when the gap, it was 26,000 per day? Is it 600 per day? Is it 300 per day? Give me the reason why. That's why it's a roller coaster with Fulci and everybody else. And I don't want to jump that, but at some point, my life did not change me with COVID 2020. I do exactly the same thing. I only put a band head here, and that's it. The rest, I did exactly the same thing. Pool, beach, hockey, gym, grocery store, restaurant. I did not change anything. Yeah, the vaccination is here we are lucky. Now you can go to pharmacy across the street, and now you can get your testing, your vaccination, everything like that. We are going to the right direction for sure. It's just like one doctor yesterday on TV said she was still scared. Oh my God. The COVID number, it could be high, but the ratio of people is low. You know what I mean? It's like, what is the group, the age? If you have 436 people die yesterday, what is her age? Which state they are coming from? It's not put 436. On the 436, how many are age 17 plus, 16 plus, 15 plus, 13 plus? How many kids below 21 was dead yesterday? We don't see those numbers. Yeah, of course. I'm just giving you an idea. Tim. Congratulations, Dan. Awesome. We are at the end of the end. Jarmo, hopefully you're doing well. Jarmo, I spoke with someone from Finland on the Facebook this morning. I tried to bring him aboard here. It would be interesting. He knows a lot of Finland players, so I tried to bring him aboard. I will see. I have a confirmation. Pierre-Alexandre Parenteau is going to join us to a show. I spoke with Tim Turk, NHL coach, private for front players during the summer. He's going to join us. And we bring more people around. I tried to spoke with Paul Yazibach, I think. Berg, play for the Detroit Red Wing. Talks back and forth with him. So, guy, we're going to bring more. And then in June, we have the NHL coaching clinic. And I'm going to get more people from there. I'm going to be at that show. So I'm going to make more connections. So we try to bring more things. And again, this offseason will be amazing. After the playoff, we have the Kraken draft, the NHL draft, the offseason. We have to go one by one. Every day we do the 31 days. And with 32 days, we have a challenge called the 32-day team and 32 days. So every day we have bring a team talking about the offseason, talking about the year, the offseason, and what's coming for them. So we do this usually during the offseason. So this year, the offseason is a little bit short, but we're going to do this at the end of July and go all the way in August to be ready for September. Yeah, exactly, Jamo. Saku Koivu, he was one of the biggest icons in Finland at the beginning of 2000. And then Florida with Sasha Barkov. It's just, I think the channel was made to create both of them connection, maybe. I don't know. But we'll see. And again, like I said earlier to Isma, Isma, partage le YouTube avec tes amis ou des membres de la famille, des personnes qu'on peut avoir de plus sur le show. Ça va être mieux, ça va être parfait pour nous. Donc, essaie de nous aider. For everybody else, thank you so much for helping that channel again to grow, to get better. And again, this is only possible because each one of you, this is a big milestone for us. 5 number now, the 5 digit. I can't wait to see 100,000 and 2021-22. We're going to have the 100,000 view. It will happen one day. I can't wait to see this number at 150 and get the 200, then go all the way to 500. I believe we're going to get this at the end of 2021. And of course, my next milestone for 650 is going to be the 1,000 upload video. I will hit, be honest with you, at the end of the 2021. So, I really believe in life you should have goals and put goals with date. Don't put, a goal with no dates. Because right now, you never reach that goal if you don't focus on the date too. That push you to reach those goals. If you have goal with the deadline, with the date beside that helping you. So that's pretty much what I have today, guys. I appreciate each one of you. I just showed to you my prediction. Tomorrow we are back at 11 o'clock. So we're going to talk tomorrow, Coach. We're going to go the 3 series play tomorrow start. Tomorrow we have a game at 12, we have a game at 3, and we have a game at 7:30. So we're going to talk about all the 3 series whatsoever. Florida Panthers tomorrow night. We're going to talk about this. We're going to be sure will be a live stream. And of course, we're going to be live stream tonight at 7:15, 7 o'clock for the pregame show between Washington. And I need to figure out those games, what I can see watching on TV or on the online, because now we lost the NHL.TV. They don't do any game playoff. And now it's going to be NBC Sport, TVA in Montreal, and Sportnet, TSN, then CNBC with NBC switch their game left and right. And so we have to follow up everything. And then the Florida Panthers also with the Bally channel changing their number every game. So it's a lot of a little bit concerned about me to find out where the game is going to be online at some point. Whatsoever it is, I will definitely do live stream and talking to you guys. So thanks again for everybody. Anybody want to say something before we go? Anybody want to add something? All right. Perfect then. I would appreciate a lot to see you tonight. Here we go. We're going to go to what we try to do now. We finish this every show. The 3-star of the day today. We have to go. The 3rd star, Alexis Dubik. The 2nd star, directly from Finland, Jamo Virtanen. And the 1st star, directly from South Florida, Gators Rock Tim. Thank you, everybody. Have an amazing, great day. Happy Saturday, everybody. Enjoy the weather here in Florida. It's just going to be a couple hours at the pool for me. I need my time to relax, to rest. I'm exhausted about all the number I'm watching. My head is all see number. But I can't wait to see the game tonight. First game. This is the beginning of the big season. Let's coming back tonight, 7 o'clock, and let's rock and roll the NHL Stanley Cup Playoff 2021. Have an amazing, great day, everybody. Bonne journée, mes amis. On se revoit plus tard ce soir à 7 o'clock, à 7 heures p.m. On va se revoir. On va être live ici. Online pour jaser entre la rencontre entre le Washington et le Boston Bruins. Thank you then. Have a great day, everybody. Will do. I don't have the picture right now here. Thank you again, everybody. Have an amazing, great day, everybody. Look forward to see you next time. And remember, you are
awesome. You are
Thanks, Dan.
amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.